Hey, Sid, looking ahead to the Bruins here, a couple big games. What's going to be the key to beating them? And are there any lessons you can learn from that last game up in Boston 3 weeks ago? Or is that just kind of one of those games you throw away?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty odd one. I mean, I think we've been better defensively since then. But yeah, I think just understanding that it's going to be a playoff type of atmosphere and tight checking game. So, we have to be ready to compete.
Dave Molinari. Dave Molinari. Seth, go ahead.
Hi, Sid. Brian Russ hit the 20-goal mark today. There was a time early in his career when he just never ever wanted to talk about, being a 20-goal scorer, just out of superstition, I guess. But he's done it now 2 consecutive years. Does that seem more routine for him in terms of how productive of a scorer he is compared to maybe earlier in his career from your observations?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, I think he has his own expectations, but I think, what he brings is, besides goals, is so many other things. I mean, his speed and the way he forechecks, and he creates so much for the guys around him too. So, he obviously showed he's willing to go to the net and create plays and score goals that way. But he does a lot of things well out there. So I think the goals are just a result of a lot of the other little things he does really well.
Michelle.
Okay, so this is now your 16th season averaging a point per game, and that's only behind Wayne Gretzky and Gordie Howe. And only Gretzky started his career with more consecutive point per game seasons. Like, what does it mean to you to be in that company?
No, it's nice. I mean, anytime you're mentioned, with Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky, that's pretty neat. And it's also a reminder of how long I've played too. So, I think, like I said, it's a compliment to be in that company.
Seth.
Sid, Cody Cece's been racking up some points here for you as of late. Is there anything he's doing differently now, maybe compared to early portions of the season, or is it just maybe come with a greater level of familiarity that maybe wasn't present when he first joined the team?
Yeah, I think anytime someone joins a new team, especially with what guys that were new came into this year. It's short in camp, no preseason, and we're thrown into it pretty quick. So it's always an adjustment under normal circumstances. So I think with time and just getting to know guys and feeling out his game, I think that's just kind of a progression. But he's been really good defensively, and like you said, he's been putting up points, which is huge, and it's a huge boost when you get that from your blue line.
3 more. Mike DeFabo.
They said Jeff Carter scored another goal here today. Just in the short time that he's been on your team, how do you feel like he started to acclimate himself to the way that you guys want to play the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good style for him. I mean, especially the way he plays. He's fast and he can get up and down the ice. He's pretty responsible, and I think he's done a great job. You can see with his shot, he's dangerous from everywhere, but he's really responsible defensively, and I think he's adjusted really well.
Rob Rossi.
Hey, Sidney, given your next 2 games are going against Boston and Bergeron's so associated with the award, and you're talked about it a lot this year, when you think of the Selke, do you think more of a true defensive forward, or do you think it's more of an award deserving of two-way play and that there should be some offensive aspect to that too?
I think I've always looked at it as a defensive center. I mean, I don't know if necessarily the same as it used to be, where a guy was just kind of his role was just strictly shut down and offense was maybe put to the side. I think it's probably looked upon to do a little bit more of both in that role, but I think it's kind of just it's changing. Different guys have done it their own way. So that's a hard one to say. I mean, I think it's it's more about the defensive side for sure.
Last question, Jenna Harner.
Sid, when you guys have a week like you have coming up, what do you most look forward to about a stretch of games like this, especially so close to the end of the regular season here?
Just the challenge. I think that, we know that they're a good hockey club, and we played them, a week ago or a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, I think just having those games a little bit more fresh in our mind and understanding that it'll be a good challenge. I think, we should be up for that.
Thanks, Sid.